question can you ask? What question do you have? Questions, comments, or thoughts? Here it is. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving in the United States. Hey, AJ, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going, Chief?
Outstanding.
Chief Commanding Officer. All right. I do have something up for discussion. It would be a prolonged discussion, I think. So maybe the best bet would be to do
Let's
that
see.
in the set of four eyes, not or I mean we can do it now.
Yeah, let's
I
see
don't
if there's
I
something
don't.
there.
All right. Well, there's definitely some. I'm in my usual setting, as you can see.
Good to see.
Finally, took a 2 day break, which wasn't good on my nervous system, according to the Whoop. Uh, Usually shows me higher stress if I don't come out to the lake. Well, anyway, here's the thing. So I was interviewed yesterday for a position with my former employer.
Mm-hmm.
It's within the same gig I did for the past couple of years.
Okay.
Um, as you know already, perfectly legal, morally questionable, ethically questionable as well,
Okay.
for sure. Um, and I gotta say, a part of me wants it to work, and a part of me doesn't.
Okay.
A part of me that wants it to work is because that's automatically granted five-figure income per month on the lower scale, and multiple five-figure on the bigger scale. Um, the part of me that doesn't want to do that, and that kind of maybe even wishes it doesn't come to fruition as they're supposed to get back to me by the end of the week,
Right.
is a part of me that realized that I keep coming back to this. By the way, we call it industry in trading.
Mm-hmm.
I keep going back to the industry because I always think, if I just get a little bit more savings, if I just get a little bit more money stashed away, then I can go and I can pursue my own ideas and my agendas and my companies and whatever. And that's why I keep coming back to it. And then while I'm in it, I completely disregard my ventures in terms of ever since I came home from the States, I haven't traded
Right.
because I was so busy with the industry.
Sure.
And every single time I go back, sure, the short term is fun. It's, I mean, automatically projected five-figure income and above. But then again, I keep coming back to it, and I realize that for the last couple of years, I've been doing that. And I've been involved in trading, for example, which I deep down know is literally the blueprint for how I want to live, which is this international lifestyle.
Yep.
Um, I just keep switching on and off. I completely disregard my ventures for this particular one because I guess I always just feel that I need a little bit more stash and a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more. And then once you reach the six-figure savings figure, then you want, multiple six-figure savings, and then you want this and that, and then something always comes up and then whatever, right? So I'm just still trying to put sense into how I feel about that.
Okay.
It's kind of challenging, to be honest.
Well, what if it wasn't challenging?
Wow. That would be a lot easier.
So then make a decision. Do or
To let it
don't.
go or to.
If you do it, what's the number? All right. So if my mentor were here, he would say, what's the number you're going to sell your soul for?
I guess that's the other part that kind of doesn't work this to work.
Right. So make it a number that
Um,
if they do it, you don't have to give up on your dreams. You only give up on your dreams for short term because that's what you're doing is giving up on your dreams. You've got a skill, you've got a talent, you haven't used it since you come back. That's an interesting concept.
It is. It is really.
Yeah, it is. And
And
that's because
mm,
all of the journaling doesn't work. No shit.
this guy, can y'all believe this guy?
It doesn't work until it works. All of the diving in, all of the focusing in, all of the getting clear and working until you decide to do what you're writing down in the books. It's the same for
I
everybody.
realized something.
Okay, good.
No, sorry. Sorry. I realized something, which is that that particular job does require of you to be well, not a really empathic person,
Sure.
to say the least. Um, and I realized that this year, and ever since we started in December last year, I realized I completely changed in terms of the person I am. That particular job requires for you to be extremely pragmatic, requires for you to not choose the means to get to where you want to go. And I mean, you literally described it perfectly, selling your soul. It does require for you to be soulless
Mm-hmm.
to do that. As you're looking at people like numbers, you're not looking them as people, you're looking them as just pure numbers.
So
And
you want easy. So you want easy.
well,
And this is everybody, AJ. This isn't you. This is everybody. I'm speaking to everybody. We don't go do the work because we want easy. We are wired. We are wired to reject success. That's why what I do is personal undevelopment. I undo the wiring. We don't rewire anything. We undo wiring. If you've ever seen, how do I explain this? If you've ever seen, there's a movie like Christmas, I think it's Christmas Vacation, where Chevy Chase is putting all the lights on the house and he has 75 plugs plugged into one outlet. And he's trying to figure out the lights go on and off. It's somebody flipping a switch. And but there's all of these cords plugged in, 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 all into one outlet. And you're like, that's going to create a fire, creates an overload. We are plugged into so many different things that are not us, that when you start unplugging them, you start realizing this vibration, this frequency, this energy that's inside of you. And most of us go back to old stories. It's why when you move, you can't go back to your old story. When you come here, you can bring Serbia AJ with you, but it doesn't work here. It's got to be USA AJ. So the question then becomes, this is why visualization is so critical, because you have to visualize the thing that's not in front of you. You've got to get your body in the frequency. Then you got to have faith of it. See, all of this change, all of this shift, all of these little nice things that are happening to you, they feel good. And it's like, oh my gosh, this could be the new normal when fear sets in. So what do? We go back to an old story, something we know how it ends, and it usually doesn't end well. It's called an addiction. It's no different than an alcoholic or a drug addict or a success addict. So now the question is what do you, if you don't go do that, is there a chance for you to make 5 figures in December?
December, no.
In trading?
No.
Not a chance.
So
Nobody makes 5 figures in trading in December.
they do make 5 figures. I don't think that would be viable for me.
With your skills and talents.
It's
Does the market shut down?
uh well, actually, almost yeah. The first part of
So it
December is
all shuts down. No more trading. No more. Nobody's doing gold dollar. Nobody's doing European, EU, Britain versus dollar, pound versus yen. All of that stops.
well, the more you approach Christmas, yeah. Actually, I mean, like actually, yeah.
Okay, so between now and the 20th, then it's shut down. Nothing happens in December.
It's not shut down. It's not.
Could you make $500?
Yeah, 500, yeah.
Wow. So if you could make 500, why couldn't you make 5,000? You'd have to do it longer.
Got two words for you, buddy.
Just
And it's
asking.
and it's late November. It's not June.
So the point is that you have a skill that is undeniably valuable. And it's called, how do I take care of me?
You gotta take a hit. This is starting to be stressful now. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit the pen.
So if you can take care of you, it's easy to be taken care of. Right? It's easy to be taken care of. And that's what we want. And that's what we want people to do. That's what we want a job to do. We want a job to take care of us, right? What's the health benefits? What's the time off? What's the insurance? What's the pay? What's the PTO? I never knew what PTO was. My idea of PTO, a farm boy PTO. Anybody a farm boy PTO, farm girl PTO? Power takeoff. It's the thing you it's the thing you hook implements up on the back of the tractor to. Like, why are you worried about PTO? I didn't know it was paid time off. I had no idea what PTO stood for. So the question comes down to, when's enough enough? So we're going to be sitting here in 2026 and it's now coming up on 2027 and you're like, I haven't traded for myself since I came back from the ranch.
Well,
And anybody can use that sentence. I haven't blanked since the last thing I did. I haven't taken on more clients. I haven't approached more clients. I haven't tried new methods of marketing. I haven't tried consistently new strategies. And this is normal. It's normal because you're getting ready to break a phase. I've been doing this for a year. It's taken this long to get to here.
it came about. I realized the other day, I was sitting on my balcony, couldn't fall asleep, and I realized that I feel this emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, wow, what's this now? I haven't felt like this ever. What's going on?" So I started thinking,
Awesome.
and and then I figured that the other day, this was I think Monday, I was in the office doing the gig, and at one point I felt so freaking tired. I mean, I could barely get out of my chair.
Mm-hmm.
I was that tired. I can't remember how I drove home, and it's 6 or 7 minute drive. I came home 10-ish, maybe 15 minutes past, and I felt so energized. And I said to my buddy, I said, I don't feel well. I'm gonna go home. He's like, okay. And then I started thinking about all of this that we're talking about today. And I started thinking, did I really change that much as a person that I don't want to do that non-ethical stuff anymore? And I'm just kind of in between figuring out what's going on
Well, how could you be in between? You're
because I'm
either
not
one or the
sure.
other, and you keep going back and forth. There is no in between. In between doesn't exist. In between is a myth.
There goes the head scratch. Yes, I just
So
keep
are you
going back
home?
and forth.
Are you home?
Now I'm at the lake.
Okay. Are you closer to home or closer to the US?
Close to the home, yeah.
So then somebody would say, you're home.
Okay.
See, you've defined what home actually is. Here you haven't made the definition. When you say you're in between, you're not. You're in a space that we refuse to define because we want to say we're in between. You're not. You're either there or you're not. Right? What did Yoda say? Do not. There is no try. Right? You're trying to be okay with the other place. Either you are or you aren't. It's the indecision that causes us the grief. Do it, don't do it. Either way is fine.
Yeah. And you know what? That's freaking true because I realized as well the reason why I felt this kind of emptiness feeling was because I realized that I don't do trading at all, so I'm not over there.
Yep.
And I do the gig now, but the way I do it is so just no passion, no real effort. No,
You're just there.
yeah. I'm just there. I'm just talking to people. I don't even, give a shiitake if they're gonna go with it, if they're not gonna go with it. I don't absolutely don't care.
Sure. So now you got to start writing out your
And
DMP.
stuff, huh?
What is your DMP? What do you want to accomplish? You're sitting here, it's 2026. Next year, it's now November 25th. And where are you at? And reverse engineer it. What month in 2026 did you have your 6 figures in savings?
January.
Okay.
Because I fell off just by maybe a couple of percent. So
Okay.
I'm close to again
Okay.
going over.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, that's a bad thing for me because
That you
as
almost
I
reached your
was
goal?
what
It's
what's
a
that?
bad thing that you almost reached your goal?
No, it's a bad thing for me because I fell overboard.
Yeah, but how do you know you fell overboard?
Because in my mind, the more money I've accumulated in my life, I always had these mental red lines,
Sure.
which I'm not supposed to cross and spend over that amount.
Did you have
Um,
if this last year was the last year you lived, did you spend money on memories that are worth it?
I did. Yes.
That's
Yes, I
where the
did.
conflict is.
I did.
That's where the conflict
Oh,
is.
interesting.
You
Okay.
got you get into these strategy moments where you forget that you lived life. You haven't rewarded yourself for living life and you're beating yourself up because you didn't have this. If you didn't have that money, could you have ever had any of those memories?
No, sure not.
So did you so you lost. You screwed it up.
No, I lost the money. The-
Did you lose the money so I want you to
I
take
spent the money.
so what's like a $20 bill in Serbian money?
Oh, the ones I gave you, by the way, is $5.
Okay.
So
So what's $20?
this is 2,000. That's $20.
Okay, so when you leave today, drop it on the floor between the restaurant and the car and drive away.
How would I do that? I ain't gonna
That's
lose
losing
2,000.
money. That's losing money.
Oh, okay.
Is your trip to Dubai with your mom losing money?
No, it was nice. It was
Really?
nice.
So then why did you fail?
Well,
Why did you lose? Why do you say that's losing money? Because that's how you're finding yourself to beat up. See, what we do is we find ways to beat ourselves up on because of memories we've had that we've never experienced before. You stepped into uncertainty. You got out of significance. You weren't significant. Your mom was significant. She kept making you significant. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I can't believe we're doing this. We're having dinner there. Oh my God, that was so amazing. And so it's nothing, mom. I love you. We'll do whatever, whenever you want to go. You just tell me. If your mom said, hey, listen, could we go to Dubai in February? What would you say?
I say, yeah, let's do that. I have
Okay.
the
You wouldn't
means.
tell her, no, I'm not losing money anymore. I lost money on you the last time I went.
I'll believe this
You
guy.
want to you want to your dad says, "Hey, listen, can we get tickets to next year's European NFL game?"
I say sure, yeah.
So you lost money there too. So you're just losing money left and right.
I would say yes to them, and then I would worry myself about the money part. I
Why?
wouldn't
Don't you
say
have a skill to how did you get it in the first place?
uh, practice the craft every single day for
So why
years.
aren't you practicing the craft that you're good at?
Well, that's the thing, because I keep going
Keep
back
going
to
where?
this.
It's not indecision. You're making a choice to not be happy. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand that.
This is
So you
real
just gotta you
frustrating.
just gotta you just gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
Can you go do
yeah.
that? Go do it. Go do it. Go be the best unethical you could be until you don't want to be that anymore. But don't be blah. Don't be half-ass.
Well, that's the thing. I'm I'm just
Then don't do it. Why
I
waste?
don't even want to do it
Why put
anymore.
one more second into it? Because it's easy.
Well, no, because right.
Okay.
Uh, I hope this is gonna make sense. This makes sense in
Sure.
my mind at least.
Right.
Because then I worry about the funds I spent because we went over this red line
Why
of
are you
mine.
worrying about it? Can you ever get them back? Can you get the
Yeah,
funds you spent back?
yes.
You
I
never
can get that in
can't.
like one
You
trade.
can't. No, the dollar you spent in Dubai with your mom, you'll never get that money back. That dollar you'll never get back.
I'll get new dollars.
Then go
So,
get new dollars. Why are you worrying about the old? That's where the universe has to bring you worry about dollars. You think
yes.
you're worrying about replacing that dollar. You can never, I can't replace yesterday. Oh, I didn't do enough. So the universe brings you a feeling that you can't do enough. And so today you waste today. You can never, I can't get back a single dollar I've spent on the sheep. I can't get back a single dollar I spent in Serbia. I can't get back a single dollar I spent in Ljubljana. Why would I ever worry about that? Because if I worry about that, the next dollar that comes is going to be a worry dollar that I've got to somehow spend worrying. That's over. That was yesterday. That this morning, can you wake up the same way tomorrow morning as you did this morning? The answer is no.
No.
So why are you worrying about dollars you've already spent and you're frustrated? Oh my God, I can't believe I spent it. If law of frequency exists and your cells are replicating at 10 million cells a second, the cells that are worrying about the dollars you spent in Dubai and in Europe and in Germany and whether you went to Checkpoint Charlie or not, or didn't stand in the line or not, those cells, those 10 million cells that just got made and just got made, what frequency are they wired with? Worrying about Checkpoint Charlie, worrying about the money. And so now your body is wired to worry about money. That's where the empty feeling comes in. This is
That's true.
everybody. This isn't just you. This is every human being on the planet. When you understand that you are wiring yourselves to experience the feeling, asking the feeling to show up in the physical world, we say things like, I knew that was going to happen. I should have done something different. Then why the hell didn't you?
Matter of fact, when I got home from Germany,
Hmm?
I even said this to my dad. I'm like, you know what? Last couple months I spent a lot of money. I got like, cool down for a little bit. Because exactly what you said. I keep wiring the money I've accumulated and I hold it as precious as you can hold it. And then I
But
go
see,
out and
that's a
spend it.
lie. That's a lie. You hold it as precious as you can hold it, and yet you're blowing it. In your mind, that's where the controversy is.
Exactly.
But it's precious. The thing you did with your mom. What's that memory worth? Somebody says, I want to take that memory out of your head. How much would you take for it? Would you take $10 million?
Oh, yeah, because then I'd get her out there again.
Okay, but you got to die tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you're dead.
Oh, no, no,
Oh,
thank
so
you.
$10 million isn't worth a 24-hour period?
Nah, man, I don't want
But
that.
then shift it. So why, you just proved that money isn't important. Why are you keep making money important? I just said I'll give you $10 million to take away your mom's dream. Oh, yeah, because then I could go make more dreams. No, but you're gonna be dead in the morning. That's the caveat.
Oh, then
No,
no.
then why are you bitching about money?
Well, interesting,
If you
interesting
if you
things.
if you think about your current run rate, right? Your current run rate, your current investment rate. Think about how long it would take you to create $10 million. I'm giving it to you in 24 hours. It might take you 3 or 4 years to make $10 million, maybe 10 years. You're willing to work 10 years. I'm willing to give it to you in 24 hours. And yet then it's not even worth it because you're going to be dead. See how important life is? Stop trying to be a doer and start being a being. You did things that nobody has done. You're trying to lower yourself back down. This is what everybody does. Everybody does this. Tony Robbins does it. Dean Graziosi does it. Les Brown does it. Nobody is immune to wanting to stay average in their group, which is why they say you're the average of the 5 people you hang around. And if you're the smartest one in the room, get the hell out of that room.
I think
Happy
I
birthday to you.
Sure, man, if that's gonna help you fall asleep tonight. I think I know where this
You don't? No, you
fear.
don't. You don't know.
Well,
Make a
let me tell you a
decision,
story.
then you'll know. This is you trying to talk yourself out of it. You don't know until you know. But you don't. Well, I think I know. If you say I think I know, make a decision. Bitch or not bitch? Which one are you going to be today?
The leather.
So just make a decision.
Uh, I mean, does all this even make sense? I mean, like, do you understand what I'm
Absolutely.
trying to say?
Thousand
Yeah,
percent. But the
because I'm
reason
not.
it doesn't feel good is because you know it doesn't make sense. It's
Yeah,
perfectly normal.
I'm not sure it even makes sense to me.
No, it doesn't, because it doesn't make sense because you're trying to justify what you know is unjustifiable. You're trying to acknowledge that it's okay for you to be, it's okay for you to whine, it's okay for you to lose, it's okay for you to do this, and then it's okay to be stressed. No, that's okay. You're smarter than that. All of you are smarter than that. I don't know why you sit and you beat yourselves up. Well, I wish somebody would just tell me, look in the freaking mirror, make a decision. That's all it is make a decision. Well, I don't know what happens when I make the decision. Outstanding. Now you're finally stepping into the unknown. We are so afraid of the unknown that we will sacrifice our life to live in the unknown, to live in the known so that we can be in pain, because we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. But isn't the place you want to get going to be wildly comfortable? Wouldn't you be okay living there for a while instead of living here? Yes. Well, what do I got to do? I don't know. Well, I can tell you, you do know. Do everything that do everything different than what you're currently doing. Dry yourself off differently. Write your DMP out every morning. Write your gratitude out every morning. Say 100 thank yous a day. How many thank yous did you say yesterday?
Yesterday, not a lot.
Then welcome to today. Welcome to the shit show called today. Well, it can't be that simple. Okay, you're right. I'm rich. Let's move on. And rich has nothing to do with money. Zero to do with dollars. It has to do with income, which is why the company I have is called Mental Profits. Your thoughts create your income. Right now, you would pay $10,000 to get out of this feeling. How much would you pay to never feel like this again?
Oh, well, let's put a $10,000 price tag on that.
So, and that you wouldn't consider wasted money.
I would not.
Right. And so you spent maybe a little bit more between mom's trip and dad's trip.
Oh, no, no, no. So that trip plus the dad's trip plus the trip to the US, first one and second one were about maybe 12, $13,000, I think. Maybe.
And
Yeah.
what are you whining about? Those aren't memories you'd want to have for $12,000 to have those four memories. Are you freaking kidding me?
But it
At
got me
24?
below the six
No, it
figure mark.
didn't.
That's what I'm
No, you set the bar where you set the bar where you're uncomfortable.
it's true.
Why would you
That's
do that? You set the bar. Oh, that's below where. No, it's not. Do you still have savings?
Yes,
Do you have more
close to
savings
six
than
figures,
do
yeah.
you have more savings than the average 25-year-old?
Times 100 probably, yeah.
Then what the hell are you bitching about? What are you being stupid about?
$1 million secret.
JM3 yourself. I got savings. It's the story you're telling yourself,
Yes.
knucklehead. You're saying I don't have enough. Compared to who? Well, compared to this dream I that puts so much pressure on me that I can't even enjoy the memories I had with my mom, my dad, and my 2 trips to the States.
That's so on point, man.
Yeah,
That's so
no,
true.
really shocking. You went to Elvis's house. How many of your friends have been to Elvis's house?
I don't know a single person in Serbia that done
And
that.
so then what the hell are you bitching about? I'm serious.
I know you are.
But you forgot it. This is what happens. We forget our evidence files. I know I say this, and I know it seems like, well, that's just, I'm too busy to do that. If you grasped the $1 billion secrets that were given to me that I'm passing on, this isn't, I'm thinking, oh, that would be cool. Let me come up with this. Let me pull this idea out of my ear hole or other orifice and say, oh, let me think this. What's this evidence file thing? You know what the Bible is? It's an evidence file. The Bible's an evidence file, a spiritual evidence file that still is the most printed book next to IKEA. IKEA's annual Christmas thing that IKEA does is the second printed book next to this King James Bible, which is the most printed book. It's an evidence file. Why wouldn't you take the time to make your evidence file? Here's what I know. If I had to say, what's one thing you'd say every day that you never have to stop? Create your evidence file. I get on here 6:01. Hey, everybody, good morning. Who created your evidence file? Drop an E in the chat. No E's, go create your evidence file. End. Calls would be over. So what if they squeezed used grapefruit juice instead of orange juice? It's still citrus. AJ needs a glass of citrus every morning, every day when he comes to the restaurant, and it was grapefruit juice. It's
I noticed
citrus.
that they did that a couple times. I noticed that.
Do you like
Cha-
that? Would
oh
that be
no,
your favorite?
no, it actually changed the flavor by a lot.
Oh, huge lot.
Actually, yeah.
So it's still citrus. It's still money. Tell the story. Isn't it nice to have grapefruit juice instead of orange juice so that you can remember how good orange juice is?
Yeah, because last week the oranges they bought they were kind of sore, I'd say.
Yeah. And isn't it nice to know you can tell the difference? Isn't it
Oh yeah,
nice to know that our palate is,
this
oh,
one.
this is different. This is better. They put a little honey in it. They didn't put honey in it. Blah, 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 blah. Why can we know about our freaking orange juice better than we can about our feelings about how successful we are? And this is great. I love these conversations because what I'm typically having conversations with people about is people who haven't had any kind of success in their chosen field. And the conversation I have with them is about faith. You don't need faith. You've already done it. And what you're doing is you're saying that wasn't enough. Look back over your year. Oh, did he just get kicked out or did he just turn? Oh, no. Switch phones. So if you look back over your year, I want you to tell me where you would give up any of those things. That's all. Spend some time in your evidence file.
I'll have to do that today because I mean, I'm sure that some people are out there listening to this conversation. Say, look at this kid. This kid's a freaking snob. You know, F this kid. But it's really, it's really a problem.
Well, no, here's what they're saying. You mean when I become as successful as AJ in my field as he is in his field, I'm still going to doubt myself? Hello, yes. If you know it's coming, oh, there's the doubt. Well, hi, doubt. How are you? Sit your butt down. Thanks for showing up. You know it's coming. I didn't tell you're not surprised with what's going on because I've said it 1,000 times. Be aware this is what might happen. And if it didn't happen, you wouldn't be human. Oh, is that a rental car?
No, this is my Beamer. This is my baby over here.
Duh. When's the last time you congratulated yourself for having a BMW at 25?
I did not do that. Recently, I'm actually thinking about changing up to a Mercedes.
Well,
But,
yeah, guys that get mad about taking their mom to Dubai usually get Mercedes.
yeah, don't you think? Gosh, all right.
Change the way you look
well,
at change the way you look at things, and the things you
I
look
got
at change. It's
got
not
some
about
work to
doing
do.
certain things, it's about doing things in a certain way. And this is for everybody. Everybody could put themselves in that space. Here's the thing. 90% of the people that you hang out with wish they had as much as you did. And the problem is that you wish you could help them get there, but they're not willing to do the work. So now you beat yourself up so you don't have to do the work so that you can be at a lower state so that you can feel like a failure and have better conversations. It's the absolutely most insane thing I've ever witnessed in life. Until you decide to show up with peace, harmony, you will be in service. You can even be a servant. There's a big difference between service and servant. You can be a servant and do more than they ever expected to be in service as a servant to them and never lose your soul. What if you started
this guy.
What if you started a trading company that was of the highest ethics, that people had to qualify to become a part of the No Bull company, Atlas Inc.? What if today you had 7 interviews for people who wanted you to help them trade, to understand the value of it? What would be the questions you would ask them? What would be the mindset you walk them through? What would be the ethical side of, what would be the opposite? What would be the antithesis of the thing that you're wanting, needing, encouraging yourself to do? What would be the opposite of it? Why not go for the next month and look at and ask yourself every time you do something that twinges your body, say, what would be the absolute and opposite of that? What would be the antithesis of that? That would be the most courageous, the most ethical thing to do with my client. And start writing that plan. My daddy said, if you can go to school and get paid, that's a heck of a school to go to. I was never an executive in a real world business. I was vice president of sales in our companies, but it's a family company, right? So I went to executive school of a publicly traded company and was paid a wonderful 6-figure salary to go learn how to play the game called executive VP and do international travel. I got paid to do that. Paid. Paid. So I'd figure out a way to get paid to go learn your story. Network marketing is a great place. That's what Robert Kiyosaki says. Network marketing is a personal development program wrapped up with a compensation plan. And that's true today as much as it is when I heard it 20 years ago. If you're struggling in your business, it's your personal development or personal undevelopment, either way. That's all. What'd you learn? What'd you like?
There's a lot of things to process.
Is there? Is there really?
I love you. That's that's the first thing. Um,
Now we're talking. You know I love you, right? Oh, right. Sassa pressa riggedy right.
that's true. I just think that it's not really gonna be crazy like that. But I mean, yeah, sure. I have to do the evidence file, that's for sure.
Have to or get to?
Get man, look at this guy. Can y'all believe this guy? This guy has some balls on him, man. This guy is crazy. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely have to get to do that. Have to.
Now, if you do it, what's the feeling already thinking about your evidence file? Just the big things. There, the 5 things that you mentioned, there's 1,001 things that you're going to forget until.
Well, actually, when I start thinking about it, I immediately some memories pop up.
Yep.
I'd say.
You know what one of my favorite memories is?
When I cut grass for free.
Oh, that one.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That one was incredible. That didn't make it into the movie that I was just playing. It's when you brought oranges to your nephew or niece.
I brought it to a friend's wife because she was pregnant at the time.
That's what it was. She was pregnant.
Yeah.
And you brought oranges to a pregnant friend. How much would you give that memory up for?
I wouldn't do that.
So then what gives you the right to then besmirch, to belittle that memory sitting in the state you're in?
Well, that's interesting.
And this is for everybody, AJ. I happen, because you and I can talk shop. And a lot, and I can guarantee you pretty much everybody's happy that I'm raking you through the coals to burn off all of the doubt. Most people just feel it's like being raked through the coals. This is undeveloping a story that you've wired in.
Oh, I think I'm their favorite guinea pig, probably, with you. They probably like that.
And that's the blessing.
Yeah.
Because it's even a blessing for you. But here's the thing. Oh my gosh. The reason they can't have this conversation is because they haven't done the work you've done. Now they still have the same doubt, and they're like, oh my God, is this even going to be worth it? He's done so much. He's worked so hard. He did this 116 questions. He wrote this out. He's got pages and pages and notes and 4 journals, and I don't have any of that. And he's still doubting himself. Is it worth it? So I'll ask you, is any of this worth it?
It is, man, in the long run.
And when do we ever leave the long run?
When we focus on the short-term misery, I guess.
Yep.
All righty.
Okay.
I'll go up there. Another day in the books.
I love it.
We're almost there, Mom. Just a couple more years for the white passport stuff to get done.
I didn't forget about the white passport. I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, this was today was white passport conversation.
Because I told everybody how hard I've never seen you laugh that hard in a restaurant. Like you laugh for 5 minutes straight. Everybody started looking at you like you're crazy. And I told everybody I've never known a guy for 5 years. I've never seen him laugh that hard.
Pour your heart out.
Yeah.
So this all boils down to a white passport. and you starting like,
I'd say yeah, probably yeah. Thank you.
okay, no, thank you for the laugh. I'll be laughing all day again. White passport.
Sure, man.
Hey,
Whatever suits your
it's
fancy.
good for me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Love
All
you.
right, brother. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Goodbye for now. Hey, Silka. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you feeling this morning
Outstandingly white passported.
after you just gave a beat down to or a beat up? I mean, I'm not sure which one it was. But hey, it was very interesting. And no, I didn't say think to myself even for 1 minute that I'd be happy uh, to watch this. But anyway, I hope it's helping AJ. But I wanted to share something and ask a question.
Okay.
Okay. So when we started last year,
Yep.
okay, I had 7 streams of income.
Yep.
Okay. So guess how many I have today?
One, maybe two.
Yeah, two, not one.
Right.
um, so, but, okay, I have, I have added to my German business over this year,
Yep.
22 new students, and I have added 10 new business partners
Okay.
that are not very hardworking to my network marketing business.
Okay.
That is new. So
Yep.
I literally, yeah, I mean, how do I even reconcile this?
So be better at finding new income streams.
Well, I mean, not really looking for any additionals. I want to blow up the two I have right now.
Okay. So, um, if I were to focus on one, I would definitely focus on how to get better at the leveraged business versus time for money business. Your German is time for money.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
good at it. And I would figure out how to get better at your network marketing business.
Well, that's apparently the issue. I'm the issue. I actually,
We all are the issue. And that's why network marketing is such an equalizer. That's why they say nobody ever asked me for my resume. They didn't ask me for my education. They didn't ask me for my income. Everybody starts equally. And network marketing is a human business. And we got to speak human better. And so that's where you wind up with leverage, is understanding how to speak human. Because everybody's going to ask you, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? And they've got to come up with their own how. If we tell them, we're now being in control. And if you're in control in network marketing, you will be exhausted, right? You will have pain and suffering. And everybody goes through that. I went through it. My first year, $80,000 in debt. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
no, I would not recommend that either. I totally agree with you. But when you see people, and I sometimes hear big leaders say, I only recruited one person, and my entire business blew up to 60,000 people.
Yep.
I mean, I've recruited so many people, not just in this business.
Sure.
And I seem the only person that is actually recruiting people, but still not enough. I mean, but in this business, literally, you shouldn't have to recruit all these people. You should leverage. But when you're recruiting people that are literally not doing anything and that have, oh, by the way, I sent you a new person yesterday. I connected you if you haven't seen that.
No, I hadn't. On Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll check it out.
She's actually one of my new business partners. She lives here in San Diego, but she said she really needed some help with something. So I told her
Okay,
that
I see it
that
now. Yep,
that you would be the man for her. Well, in the mental.
sure,
She-
absolutely.
And so good that I remember that. But yeah, so how, I mean, yes, how is human? How is that? I mean, it blows me away when people say, "Oh, I only recruit." Well, you probably one of these people. You said you recruited 2 people and your business blew up to 30,000. I mean, yeah.
So,
So I mean,
couple of things. One, people who have people who fit the criteria of the one person who goes out and builds a huge organization, they are seeking somebody to mentor them. They are seeking somebody to guide them. They are seeking somebody to take this raw talent that they have and put it through the fires of the crucible and to turn it into this amazing structure. They're open for direction. When I learned that, when I was taught that actually my dad taught me that 35 years ago, I realized I'm looking for the ones who are looking. We hear that all the time. The thing you are seeking is seeking you. So I started seeking people who wanted to do well in this business. And I would start asking questions. What does it look like? What would be the ultimate success if we partnered together? It's really creating visualization. It's really creating to see if they have a dream, if they have a story. I need to make $2,000. I can, you know what? If this makes sense, I will definitely put you in touch with one of my top lieutenants and they can enroll you. Well, why wouldn't you enroll me? I don't have time for somebody with a $2,000 dream. The business model will work. I only have 24 hours a day. I'm not going to spend it with somebody who only wants $2,000. If that's all you want, there's nothing wrong with that. I have people who would be excited to help you. And here's the good news. You'll still have leadership and mentorship from me. You won't be on my calendar. Well, I want more. Tell me the story.
but wouldn't they? Yes, I totally get what you're saying, and it's very true. But wouldn't this person think that you're stuck up when you say that to them?
Not with the frequency I say it, not with the confidence that I say it, not with the love I have for them. There's not a chance they'd think that. Not with the frequency I put out. Will they think that? They could, but it's not because of my frequency, it's because of theirs.
So perhaps we are back to talking about my frequency. That must be the issue.
Well, listen, my frequency is the problem with everybody I talk to.
Your frequency is the problem. I hardly think so.
Well, it's still the problem because my frequency challenges 99% of the people I come in contact with. It doesn't challenge them negatively. It challenges them to be positive, which even is a bigger challenge.
Right. I mean, that's how you're supposed to challenge people positively, not negatively. But I seem to be challenging them negatively.
Right, because you don't like to be wrong. And if you stop making it about you and make it about them, you'll never be wrong again. It's a freeing thing when you say, how's that working for you? Well, how do I do this? How do you want to do it? What's the result you want? Talk to you 3 and free. Why would you want that? And let them talk. Let them, the challenge is that we want to serve them so much. We love them so much. We want to give them, do this. They don't own it until they own it. You can't borrow my skills. You can only use yours. People want to borrow I get calls all the time, every day, 2 or 3 calls a day. How would I do this? Very well. Why do you ask? I think you could do it very well. Would you stop that? Just tell me what do I need to do to this? I go, you're stressed right now. Now's not a good time to figure out what you need to do because you're going to produce a stressful thinking. Take a big breath, clear your vagus nerve. Now, what do you want from it? When this activity is over, what do you want? Well, I want him to do this, this, and this. So what do you have to say? I got to say this, this, and this. Didn't you just figure it out? That's why I call you. Awesome. I can't tell you one thing to do. You're too smart. And I say this to all of you. You're too smart to be told what to do. And yet you let your environment to tell you what to do. You let your results tell you what to do. What's the potential you have in your opportunity? This is for all of you. What's the actions you could take? If the potential is unlimited, what are the actions? Unlimited. But we take it to a very narrow handful of actions that we try. And from the handful of actions, we get a result that usually sucks, which then drives our belief. And our belief then says how much potential we have. We got to change our belief. Potential is always going to be there. The absolute potential, the absolute unlimited potential is always going to be there.
So how do you access that?
Belief. Write down your dreams, write down your goal, visualization, having a conversation, changing your frequency.
They'll be back to the frequency.
Nothing exists without, if you don't have frequency, it's dead. If something is not vibrating, it is dead. It's in transition. Nothing ever stops moving. It's just in transition. A piece of wood you put on the fire is still wood. We now call it ash because it transitioned from wood into ash. When it's still there and it's red hot, it's called a coal. We don't call it wood, that's red wood anymore. We call that a coal. And when the coal is gone, we call it ash. And if we mix the ash with something, we call it fertilizer. Everything is in transition. So what would it mean to transition into a 6-figure income earner, a 7-figure income earner in your business? Who would you need to become? Well, I would need to become somebody that would probably have 30,000, 40,000 people in their organization. Great. What skill or talent do you need to do that? Well, I need to have a series of lieutenants, 2 to 20, depending upon your business model, depending upon where you want to build internationally. My goal was to always build internationally. After I made a rule, I'm not going to sponsor anybody within 200 miles of my house. It was too easy to sponsor them. And then it was too easy for them to drive to my house. I didn't want them in my house. In the beginning, I did. It was exhausting. I loved it because I needed that psychic income. Then when I realized I am, every time I sponsor somebody locally, I got to do their work. And that's when I learned all of the different questions that I learned. I was working 20 hours a day to keep them busy. I said, this is no different than my 7 businesses that I had. I was working 20 hours a day to make sure I could keep the doors open to keep everybody happy. I didn't sign up for a new job to do that. After my first year, I switched. How would you like to get started? What are you talking about? How would you like to get started? Well, I'm not joining your business. I didn't ask you that. I said, how would you like to get started in this conversation? Oh, well, tell me more about the thing. What would you like to know most about it? How to create leveraged income? How to create part-time income? What kind of income are we talking about? Want to create executive income? When's the last time you had an executive income? Well, never. So then if I tell you how to do it, you're probably not going to recognize it. Wouldn't that be fair? Well, yeah. So what kind of income would you recognize? $2,000 a month. Awesome. Where have you ever had a part-time job where you made $2,000 a month? What part-time job making $2,000 a month did you hire somebody to work with you? Because that's what you're doing with me. You're hiring me to work with you if you do the work. Well, I've never had that. So would it be fair to say you won't recognize this either? Are you okay with recognizing doing the unknown to have the things you don't have? Yep, great. When do you want to get started? Well, what's the business? It's about you creating a $2,000 part-time income, hiring me, doing things you're going to be very uncomfortable doing. That's what the business model is. There's structure to it called blank company. There's structure to it called compensation plan. There's structure to it called 100 pennies in a dollar. You get your share, they get theirs, and I get mine. We all get a little piece of the action. When have you ever had a part-time job where everybody gets a piece of the action? Never. So would it be fair to say you're not going to recognize this? Now tell me why I should hire you. Because I'm literally hiring you. You are paying to be hired into my mentorship. Why should I hire you? Are you willing to do the work? Are you going to follow the rules? Are you going to take action? Because if you don't, you're going to get fired. And the firing is you won't reach your dreams.
Well, you fire yourself. I mean,
Exactly.
and also I realize that taking action to every person is totally different.
Exactly. Why I can't give them any actions to take. I do know if they talk to one person a year, they're not going to hit. There's a good chance they're not going to hit their target. So I would say, in a part-time job, where did you ever get paid $2,000 a month to show up once a day? No place. This isn't any different in the beginning. What's neat is you're understanding you're doing something you've never done before, creating leveraged income that in maybe 6 months, you could take a week off and your business doesn't go down. Your check doesn't go down because you've created the dreams in other people. Wouldn't that be a great part-time gig that you don't actually have to show up if you didn't want to? But the thing is that because this business model is such a psychic income, you want to show up. You want to go help. How would you like to get started?
How would you like to get started? I mean, I can't get over that. What do people say to you?
Well, I guess I need to, I don't know. What's the next step? The next step is deciding you're going to be a business professional. Could be part-time. Doesn't have to be full-time. You already got a full-time gig. But you're going to commit to doing certain things every day so that you can have your dreams happen in this lifetime. When would you like your dreams to come true? In this lifetime or the next one? This one. Then you've got to do some things different than you've ever done before. Wouldn't that be fair to say? Yep. Great. How would you like to get started? Well, what do I do next? Write out your dreams for me. Write it out. Don't text it. Don't type it. Don't put it on a computer. I want it handwritten so that I can read it. Well, my handwriting's not good. Then we can't get started. I got to be able to read it. That's a poor excuse. My handwriting sucks. Write it slower.
Yeah, there's always a million excuses for
Sure.
people.
Until there's not.
They have to do X, this, that, and the other thing, and that's why they cannot do the thing that they
They
need
can't
to
do it
do.
because their dream's not big enough. That's the only reason why they don't do it. That's the only reason why they have excuses. Well, I don't like handwriting. Great. Anything else before I go? Oh,
Or
I'm not gonna,
they don't have any dreams, not being big enough, or
right.
I mean,
So then why would you ever sponsor them? Why would you waste all of your skills, all of your talents on somebody that doesn't have a dream? Why didn't you qualify? We talk about that all the time. Qualify your prospects. We want to qualify them for money. Everybody's got money. Very few have dreams. And the reason they don't have money is because they don't have dreams. Funny how that correlates. So I talk to your people who's on the team, say, hey, listen, what's your 2026 goal? I'm putting my schedule together of the places I'm going to go visit, of the mentors I'm going to go work with, so that if I can pull a nugget from them and share it with you for your 2026 goal, what's your goal? Scale of 1 to 10, how important would it be to hit that target? A 6. And it ain't a goal, it's a wish. It's a dream. A dream without a deadline is a wish. Most people wish. Man, I just wish I could get to 10 grand a month. When do you want to do that? Well, I mean, I'd like to do it next month. Do you have the skills or talents to do it? Yes. Do you have an income model to do it? Yes. Then what's going to hold you back? Well, I guess it's me. Yeah, sure. It always is. It's not me. It's not your enroller. It's not your sponsor. It's not the comp plan. It's not the business. It's not the industry. It's not the time of the year. Solstice is coming up. The shortest day of the year, December 21st, is coming up. I can't do any business till after that. What? I don't know if it's solstice or what it's called. But the shortest day of the year, I think it's December 21st.
Well, it's not coming up for a while then.
Yeah, but I any excuse will work. People say the holidays are here.
Yes. Like I
I'll
said,
do it
many
after the
people-
first of the year. Well, this
Yes,
is today's
yes.
January 1st in my calendar. You ready to get started? Aren't 365 days going to happen from today? So today's January 1st. Let's get started. What's made me very good is that I've had more excuses given to me than you have. So I've come up with better questions to deal with the excuses. That's the only thing. I've had all these excuses. That's how I come up with
But
these answers. I
do
don't
you just flat out tell people that it's an excuse what they're making?
let me ask you, are you looking for a reason to get started? I used to say that and then I would tick them off. Then I said, I've got to say that with more care and love from me. I don't have to be right. My right is that's an excuse. So what I say to them is, are you looking for a reason to get started or an excuse not to? A reason. Well, that sure sounds like an excuse. If it's a reason, we should get started, right? I don't have any money. That should be a reason, not an excuse. You don't have any money. That's a good reason to get started doing something so you have money, isn't it? So in the beginning, 3 questions. Hey, listen, we're going to have some conversations. Are you looking for a reason to get started or excuses not to? Because it'll make this conversation a lot more enjoyable for both of us. So if it's reasons, do you realize that everything that we talk about is going to be a reason to get started? Because if you're looking for excuses, they don't have sweet tea here. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing, but it's as a good excuse as anything. No excuse has to be valid for it to work. So are you looking for reasons to get started or excuses not to? Period.
Yeah, and they get
What I figured out is a nice way to make sure you stop lying to yourself without me having to be the jackhole. I was the biggest a-hole, the biggest. I could literally, if their why doesn't make them cry, somebody said that at a meeting once and I go, I could make you cry like ridiculous, like snot tears crying over how important your dream is. Didn't do a damn thing. All it did was use a lot of napkins. So I realized that doesn't work. Then when I realized if I have permission to make you uncomfortable and then take you, because I didn't used to take people out of the uncomfortable position. I go, see, I showed them they're stressed now. That didn't work either. None of this is pulling out. None of this is hypothetical. All of this is real world, real trial, in battle, tried and true success. And when you guys use it, it's like, oh my God, it works so well. Then I'd use it more. I'd do more of that. Yeah, but I don't have time to say 100 thank yous. I'm too busy. Okay. Let me know how that works.
I didn't say that.
I know you did. I'm just
Yes, I know.
if
Yes,
it's good enough for Einstein, it's good enough for me.
it's good enough. Einstein's good enough for me. That's a good one.
So just
So,
learn to ask more questions. And then well, I don't know what questions to ask. Here's the greatest question you could ask. Tell me more about that. And you'll start to see, oh my God, that had nothing to do with what they were really asking. Tell me more about that. That's fascinating. Let me hear more. Tell me more about that. What else would you have to say about that? How do you really feel? And now you start them dial. Whoever's talking the most is doing the buying, period. End of story. And if your presentations, you do most of the talking. I was just asked, I'm doing a presentation. Somebody asked me to come keynote for them a digital weekend thing on the 20th of December. So what do you want to talk about? I said, you've had 600 people each time I got on. I said, and I bet there'll be more. They love what I talk about, but they really love the Q&A. Why don't we just go right into Q&A? They're like, well, but you're the keynote. Yeah. Well, the keynote is how do we get them to take more action? Yes. Me talking doesn't get them to take action. Them getting answers to their questions gets them to take action. And if birds of a feather flock together and I answer their question, there'll be 50 people, 60 people, 100 people who are like, oh my God, that's the answer for me. There's two ways to teach. Let me tell you what I know, which is the easiest way for most. And the hardest way is let me help you figure out what it is you're looking for. That's the hard one, because you've got to be spontaneous. You've got to be in the moment. You've got to actually have some experience. So I can do that with 40 years experience. Most people can't.
so is that why you switched this up as well?
Yeah. Me talking didn't do anything. Nobody really advanced. So why should I keep talking?
No, I totally agree with you.
Yep.
But even this, you have sometimes 10, 12 people on there, on here, which is great, but no one speaks up.
That's okay. Anything else before I go? That's what happens.
Right,
Going
and
once,
then you
going
leave.
twice.
And for some reason this morning, I obviously kept pushing the snooze button. Then I looked, it was 4:07. I go, oh shit, I hope somebody started speaking because he's left already. And there was little AJ getting his ass whipped, and oh good, we're still here.
Yep.
Because if he wouldn't have been there, he probably would have already left.
I'm okay with it.
I know you are.
If the hardest thing is for us to ask for help, and especially in our peers, right? Somebody says, okay, well, at dinner, somebody has a joke. Oh, I got a funny joke. The simple fact of asking, hey, stand up and tell it. Oh, well, it's not that funny. Just the simple physical act, the physiology of standing up, the physiology of raising your hand, it changes everything. It does something in the body. And when it's you show up here, you know you're going to show up here, and you know I'm going to say, how could I be of service? And everybody's like, you heard Brad say it one morning. He goes, I got all these questions. And then when you say, how can I be of service? My brain shuts down because we are wired not to get help. I should figure this out on my own. I'm smart enough. I went to college. He didn't go to college, so I'm smarter than him. Yes, you are. How's that working for you?
But I don't ever think that. I think
I'm just
that
saying this is why people have challenges. That's all.
But why would they come then? I mean, if they think they're smarter, they're already smarter than you. They're wasting their time and coming here.
Maybe they are,
think.
maybe they aren't. I'm okay with it either way. I have no influence over how you think. Until you ask me, how do I think better? How can I get to think better? I'd start with feeling. Why would you want to think better? And I'm the one that asks questions. I don't have a single strategy that works for you or anybody. I have strategies that work for me that I'm trying to figure out. Well, that didn't quite work. I need to tweak that.
Right. That's how I feel. Well, this didn't quite work. Yeah, because I mean, if all the people that I recruited would recruit 10 people, yes, then it would work. But I'm doing all the recruiting,
Right. So
so
I would ask the next person you're going to talk to, hey, what would happen in your business if you recruited 10 people? What do you think would happen? What do you think your income would be? What do you think your days would look like with 10 people in your organization? Well, I don't know. If you don't know, then probably good chance it won't happen. So would you want 10 people? Oh my God, that'd be awesome. Why? What would your income be? 500 a month? 1,000 a month? I don't know. So if they don't know what 10 people get them, why would who wants to work towards nothing? No, but you would be making money. You'd be making an extra $300-400 a month. Yeah, but they can't see that. So if they can't see that, why would I work to something I can't see? They don't even have a dream in their life. How are they going to understand what's the benefit of 10 people in their business? You got to help paint the picture for them. People lie. They say they want to be successful. I tried this before. I was good at it before. Doesn't look like you're good at it, doing what you're doing here. So
right.
what's the dream? Because I
Well-
can't help you sponsor 10 people, but I can help you keep the dream alive. And if I help you keep the dream alive, you'll go do the things necessary to get through the pain of learning how to sponsor 10 people. It's not that hard. It's not.
Well, okay, so yes. No, it's not that hard, but why are they thinking it is hard?
Because we allow them to. We let them think it's hard.
Well, I tell them it's not hard, but
Yeah, but you're telling them. They don't tell me. You telling me doesn't make it less hard in my mind. They have to believe it's going to be worth it. Everything's going to be, anything worth it is hard. Anything worth it is hard. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? It's not worth what you've got 10 people, having 100 people on your team. It's not worth it to learn the skills. Now, the gentleman that I sponsored for Latin America.
Yeah.
Some of you know the story. I was mentoring him for 6 years. We never saw him on a Zoom. I spoke on stage in Ecuador for a company's 5th or 6th year event. I was on there with 3 other keynote speakers. I was the first keynote speaker. And yeah, there were 6,000 Latinos in the audience from 14 different countries. And he reached out to me on Facebook. And I responded. He goes, this isn't really the Sean. I go, what do you mean it's not really the Sean? And I took a picture and I sent it. I go, this is the guy you're talking to. How can I help? He goes, I can't believe I'm talking to you. We started a 6-year mentorship program. He actually flew me down to a company he launched. And I was their keynote speaker on their very first event. And when the event was over, I go, this guy isn't going to last, right? The funder, the guy who was funding it. I said, this guy has no vision for what it is you want. So go circle your team up and get ready for when he pulls the plug. And 5 months later, he pulled the plug. He goes, how did you know?
Wow.
I watched him eat his dinner.
You watched him eat his dinner? What does that mean? I mean,
Well, the way he ate his food told me he didn't care about anybody.
how did he eat his food?
Very well. Why you ask?
I'm just curious because sometimes
it's the way he ate. It was this inkling, this vibration, this frequency. And it was very closed off. It was just the way he ate was just so symptomatic of somebody who was never ready for the love. I'm sure he had a horrible childhood. Come to find out later he did. There was all of these things that just absolutely, who you are speaks so loud, I don't need to hear the words coming out of your mouth.
but only you noticed it.
What's that?
So why? Because
because I'm in the frequency. The only reason I went, the company paid me.
Yeah, right.
The only reason I went was to make sure this student, this mentee, was I was to take care of him. And so my frequency is to make sure that everything that happens in his world is going to serve him that he couldn't see. He now owns his own crypto company in El Salvador, and it's doing amazing. It's one of the few licensed companies to do crypto in all of the world. And he's kid I sponsored, sitting in a seat in, where was it? That was in Ecuador years ago. So anyways, but that's the story. So and then and I wasn't in the business. He said, I am done. I need you to sponsor me. I need to put something somewhere. I've got thousands of people who I've lost over the years that I need to find a home. I said, but I'm not in a business. I called a couple of my top friends in the industry, and they said, well, funny thing is, we're actually going on an incentive trip to that part of the world, to Costa Rica. I'll meet with them. Well, the drive, it was an 8-hour drive to go meet them from where they were in Costa Rica to where they were. And they all, 4 of them got in the car, 4 lieutenants got in the car. They came back and they said, we love it. We're in. And they said, but we're not getting started unless you sponsor us. I'm not doing the business. I said, well, we're not going there until you sponsor us. So I said, okay, I'll sponsor you.
So you started doing the business.
Well, I didn't really do the business. I just, I was going to take care of them anyways. Now I just got a nice check to take care of them. They said that we can't pay you for all that you've given us, but we can go build a huge group that will pay you. Okay, great. Let's go.
That's a phenomenal story. And yes, it goes back to building relationships, like you built a relationship with him.
Yep.
And he trusted you.
Yep.
And then what you told him actually came true. I mean, can you imagine how powerful that is?
Just like every one of you, I tell you your dreams can come true. And when you see them, you're like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened. Well, yes, I will. Of course I will. I've seen it. If you say things, that's why I love when you all have those, you won't believe what happened. Okay, go ahead, try me. I did this and I did that, and all of a sudden this happened, and out of the blue that came. Really, really shocking. That's awesome. I do more of that. I do more of the unbelievable. And it was so easy. I know. That's the fun part about when you live your dreams. It's easy. You know, it's hard living a nightmare. That's hard. I wouldn't do that anymore.
Well, and it's not fun.
So I do fun things. You won't have fun waiting on the fun thing. You have to have fun before the fun thing shows up, because the fun thing can't find your address. Fun is looking for fun. It's not looking for misery. Oh, well, there's misery. Let me go in there and see if I could change it. Fun doesn't do that. Fun is looking for fun. Rich is looking for rich. Love is looking for love. If you're not in love, love is driving by going, well, that's not love. They're in misery. Drives right by.
Well, you're also the only person that hangs out and gives love to sheep. I mean, there's
I go thank them every day. They changed my life.
I don't see anything wrong with that, but I think some people might think it's kind of nutty.
Then that's awesome. They're not in my world. They go, oh, that guy's crazy. Good. Thank you for me. Now I didn't have to tell you you're the crazy one. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, I still have a lot of work to do.
Well, you get to, don't have to. Get to.
Yes, I was talking to this lady last night about reframing, because she was only looking at things, but I thought that you would be much better to speak to her than me, because I don't want to say anything to make her situation even worse.
Right.
Because you know me. It's not always polished like Sean Murphy. It's like, blunt and very German. That's my excuse.
That's okay
anyway.
Too. You just say, listen, I and I would leverage it. Listen, I have a tendency because of my heritage, because of my background, because of my profession, one of the professions I have, and another business I have, that if you don't get things right, people can get in trouble, right? So I teach German. If you don't use German right, people won't understand the message. I'm an attorney. If you don't get the right outcome, people can go to jail, lose money, a variety of things, lose their businesses. So I have a tendency to deal in absolutes that doesn't always make people feel comfortable. So if I say something that makes you feel uncomfortable, I want you to say Farfignugan. You don't have to go, oh, that made me feel uncomfortable. Just say Farfignugan or say Volkswagen or say Jingle Bells. Pick a word, a safe word that if I make you feel uncomfortable, say the word and I'll go, okay. I'll take a step back, take a breath, and we'll continue. If I make you feel uncomfortable, will you let me know? Yes. What's the word? Jingle bells. Awesome. And you'll find out that in the mid sentence, somebody will go jingle bells. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? That shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable. Not about how we feel. It's about how they feel. And I used that for the longest time. Farfignugan was the word. That's why I have that word. Farfignugan.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It's something German that's.
I know it's German, but I was asking you if you
I have no
know what
idea.
it means. A Fahrvergnügen means a driving fun.
Okay. That's probably from Volkswagen, Farfignugan, right?
Yeah, yes,
okay.
that the Volkswagen is a lot of fun to drive. I
So-
would not agree with that, but I would.
I just
but
used the
that-
word. But
I know
I
that's why I was asking you, do
Yeah.
you even know what it means?
I thought
Yes,
it had something to do with fun or driving or something, but
yeah, yeah. Now you know what it means. See?
so, but that was the safe word. And I would have somebody say, I say, hey, listen, say this word, Farfignugan. They go, Farfignugan. I go, that's our safe word. If I make you feel uncomfortable, if you start feeling pressure, because I'm going to get excited. I'm going to be talking. I'm going to drive right to the point, and we're going to make sure we move forward in success. Yet I found out that sometimes that makes people uncomfortable. So if I ever make you uncomfortable, just shout. You don't have to say, I feel uncomfortable. That's very uncomfortable to say. Farfignugan is kind of fun. Farfignugan. And I was shocked at how many times people would say Farfignugan.
Maybe they just like the word.
And that's okay, but we would have laughter and we would get through it and I would get better. So I based my presentations on how few times somebody would say Farfignugan till I got to the point to where
No more Fahrvergnügen. Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. I agree with you. If I could just borrow your brain for the rest of the year.
don't
You
borrow
think
mine, use yours. Yours is better than mine.
no, not,
Well, it's
in,
yours. You
not in
can't have
these
mine.
things.
You can't have mine, so I would use yours.
Oh, I want to ask you. So I joined this book reading.
Yep.
And the first book we're reading, and I don't know if you may have, I've never seen it before. It's The Mountain Is You. Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
Well, there, I actually have some to share with you. It says transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery. I'm not the one who suggests the book. I never even heard of it before, but I think it's probably a good book for me.
And again, the words in the book don't teach.
No, but we're reading it and then we meet every I think every week or every other week and discuss it.
Cool. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, I think so too. So yeah, I will share with you what I think about it. And thank you, thank you, thank you for always answering all my questions. And you're right, people have trouble asking for help. I don't have trouble asking for help anymore. Probably because I've been on my own for so many years and I've learned many years ago that one person can't do it all. So I have no problem asking for help. That's why I always ask for help.
I love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I
You're
love
welcome,
you.
welcome. Love
And
you
how
too.
about you get out there and you give some love to my special sheep? What, Ainsley? Is that?
Fane and then Ainsley.
No,
Yep.
my special sheep. I
Yep,
have
Ainsley.
never met Fane yet.
Nope.
No, because you just acquired her and she doesn't even accept your love yet. So,
She accepts my food, which is a great start.
oh yeah, yes, they love just like my horse. You know,
Yep.
try to get her to. My dream is that, you know, you see the videos and everything, people's horses are laying down with them and cuddling. And I've always wanted the horse to do that, but she hardly even ever lays down. But here's little Lola Bean, she likes to cuddle with.
Yep.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish you an amazing day. And are we meeting
No,
tomorrow?
we're not going to meet tomorrow. Tomorrow we're off. Thanksgiving we're off here in the US.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna so I want to give thanks to you right now for this amazing year. And yeah, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I love you very much.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. There you go, ladies and gents. Have another incredible, amazing day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Write down the things you're thankful for. I would encourage you for that. And then anytime you have a conversation with a prospect or a potential customer, say, hey, listen, what made this year? What were you thankful for this year? And what would you like to be even more thankful for in 26? Since it's the perfect time for having thankful conversations. I love you tons. I'm your head brain training, brain scrambling misfit. I'll see y'all where?
Next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Rica.
Pura
Pura
vida.
vida.
Vita, we love you, Mark. And some Lydia.
Peace be with us all.
Peace be with us all. And the queen of helping you have a thankful lifestyle, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss
Boss Lee, we love you, girl. And a little white fluffy.
Gurgly,
Gurgly,
gurgly.
gurgly.
Gurgly. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. I love you tons. We'll see you all Friday morning. Thanks, everybody.
Love you.
Thank you, Sean. Love you all.
Love
Love
you
you all.
guys.
Have a good day.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.